So I recently bought a Honda Ridgeline 2017. I had a 2006 that I had for 11 years and needed to upgrade, so I got this new one. And one of the things that a guy at work had mentioned, he has a new Ridgeline as well, noticed that he was having some problems with up underneath. These are the all-weather mats there from Honda, the OEM ones, and just noticed it up behind the acceleration pedal and the brake pedal, and then even the dummy pedal over there to the left was getting pretty gunked up. So granted, mine's brand new, so I don't have too much of a problem yet, but I decided that I was going to do something about it. And you know, after having my Ridgeline for 11 years, 2006, I did notice that the carpet got pretty bad over there. So I decided I'm going to put in some of these weather beaters. I did a lot of research, and the weather text looked nice. But in some of the reviews I saw, the weather beaters just seemed to be maybe a little better fit. So I'm making this video in some ways because I didn't find a lot out there on these floor mats. I figured somebody would have some idea, specifically around the Ridgeline, to see what the fit's like. So again, just trying to protect, you know, my new vehicle. I'm not going to say investment because no vehicle's an investment. But anyways, this also will serve as a for my friend Dan at work, for his Ridgeline. Maybe he'll have an idea if this is something he wants. So here we go, and I'll go ahead and get this area cleaned up and get them installed, and I'll come back and show you the rest. Okay, before I install these, just wanted to show you real quick what the coverage looks like and kind of the material. So I do like the Honda, the rubberiness of the Honda. They're pretty rugged and rubbery feeling. They really feel like rubber. Well, here, let me show you the up front here. So there's the coverage difference there. So that's the dummy pedal, and up underneath the brake and acceleration pedal there. Around the back, looks like they're going to be, you know, it's a good fit. I do notice that they have the cutouts on the bottom for the OEM attachments, which is nice. I think that's only on the driver's side, though, from what I can tell so far. So we'll see what it's like on the other. So the bottom of the OEMs have the little nubs, and I do know that the Husky does too, but this is more of a plastic. I mean, it's rubbery and flexible, but it is more of a plasticky feeling. So it's a more rigid material, which my guess is that's probably fine. But it just, you know, for the feel, you know, maybe the Ridgeline OEMs feel maybe a little more higher quality as far as the material. But you know, we'll see. I'm sure this other product will stand up fine. Okay, here it is installed. Like I said, the OEM clips, those work perfect. It is a snug fit all the way around. I mean, I feel like it does a pretty good job covering. There's, you know, coming out of the box, there's a couple of areas that are sticking up right here maybe. And then there's an area right here that's kind of a weird fold right by the kick panel there. My guess is that'll probably come out over time, but, you know, it's certainly not a showstopper, but definitely get the dummy pedal coverage up fairly high. Not sure you can see that, but get a video of it here anyways. Other than that, nice fit. It is an exact fit. I mean, I would say just as well as the OEMs, it fits really nice. Maybe gives you a little higher wall coverage over on the right-hand side there. So, so far, looking good. Now, granted, I haven't test driven with anything like that, but so far it looks pretty good. I'm gonna mess a little bit, see if I can smooth it out. Okay, after a little more playing, I might have gotten it better, but still a little odd right here. My guess is that might come out. It's almost like a crinkle. Maybe it was just because it was kind of bent in the box, I'm not sure, but I have a feeling it's just because it's a tight fit, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. But we'll see how it holds up along this edge here, because it's kind of like an overlap, and we'll see. Kind of same thing over on the other side. You know, it does kind of wobble along the way, but I think overall it's pretty good coverage. I mean, I think I'll leave it in because I prefer the coverage of these over the OEM all-weather mats. But I don't know. Yeah, so there they are. Okay, so here's looking at the back. Same thing, basically. You have the OEM rubber mats. Now, the one thing I do like about what the weather beaters should do here is it covers up the front section of the channel there and the back section of the channel, and it only has cutouts for where these bars come down and latch in when the seats are down. So it should give much better coverage. Again, it's the same materials, so no difference there, but I think overall it'll be better coverage, which is nice because if you have a dog in the back or anything like that, hair flies around and it gets stuck in the carpet up underneath the seat. At least that's what I had in my old one. Was always a pain to clean. So this should help significantly on that front. So go ahead and install it and come back and show you that. Okay, so here's the back in. So it definitely has some settling to do in the middle where it was folded in half in the box. So that's one thing that is maybe not ideal, but that's all right. That'll probably fix itself. But notice that the whole thing's covered, so the whole bar is all covered here, and there's just cutouts for where the seat bars go on the driver's side and passenger side. And then one other thing to note is on the OEMs, these little nubs here, they're actually like the front, they're like little, these are not, but the original OEMs had little twisty things in there, so they fit a little bit better, but I'm not too worried about it because this whole thing will stay in place. I think at the end of the day, that's what it is. Definitely this back one has more settling to do, though. It's not sitting nearly as well of a fit, but I think once it settles out, it'll be better. It is a tight fit. It definitely goes edge to edge all the way around, and even along the back, it comes up probably a couple inches on the back, so if you ever had anything wet back there, that would help. So, I mean, it's good coverage. I think, I don't know, it's a decent design. I think they could have taken a little more time to get the specifications just perfect, but overall, can't complain. So here it is with the seats down. Again, fine. It it closes up just fine. That's it. I mean, it's nothing really special. Just wanted to show you the seats down. Okay, so here we are on the passenger side. Again, tight fit. You get good coverage up along the sides. If you look here, there's some kind of waviness that might settle out. They did the same thing here that they did in the back, is they just put these little nubs, which I guess in some ways isn't bad because if you ever actually did spill something, nothing would go through it and get down onto the carpet. But, you know, why'd they do it on the driver's side then? But it does go way up in there, so definitely better coverage. Have to see how it settles out. I think overall it's good. I mean, I'm going to leave them in, as I said, but that's really about it. So I got them all in. I'm going to leave them in. They look nice. And I think as they settle out, we'll see. Maybe I'll do a follow-up review if I feel like it. There you go. So if you're looking at the WeatherTechs or the Huskies versus the OEMs for the Honda Ridgeline, this is a 2017 RTLT, and been happy with it. It's a nice riding truck. It's definitely some upgrades from my 2006, which I loved. But there you have it.